Welcome to another edition of Nikki B and Friends, episode 21.
What?
Yay.
We made it! Episode 21. Who thought we would make it this far? So, what's going on with you, Dee?
Nothing, man. It's cold as outside, man. In the struggle.
Yeah, I think for everybody. I'm like so tired because of the weather. I've been working, so it just seemed like.
Oh, you had to go in?
How your week going, Coach P?
Right. and just trying to stay warm, but my new Fire magazine dropped today. So I've been a little hot. Today.
Yeah, on my lunch I pulled it up. Go ahead and give out the information. And where can they pick up copies from? Because I actually want a live copy.
Well, a few different places. Y'all could go to the website globalmoneyworld.com and you'll be able to see it there. You could go to madcloud.com and get you a digital copy or a print copy. And print copies are at Urban Exclusive for people in Grand Rapids at 1322 Grand Rapids, Michigan, Burton Street.
Okay. All right, that's what's up. Good. Congratulations.
Right. Thank you.
It's a lot of work being done.
Speaking of work, where is Ham?
Last.
Claiming he at work because somebody called in to work and they were supposed to have been on their way, but they ain't made it to work, but he was going to be at work. It was just a lot of, yeah.
I ain't going to make it.
Right.
I don't have to say this.
Right. A lot of excuses. Just know that.
Okay.
Somebody getting rolled up.
There's enough write-ups for me. The week I'm having, this to try me week. No, I ain't in the mood. Yeah.
No, that paper pink this time.
Right. With that white writing on it.
Yep, not even in the envelope, so they can see it's pink when you hand it.
It's an 8.5 by 11 situation.
Yep.
Another one bites the dust. How you doing, Nick?
I'm hanging in there. Like I said, it's been just a long week. Our office has been open.
Ooh.
Yesterday, I kid you not, my office was 46 degrees.
Oh, no.
When I walked in.
Nope.
And so I ended up moving to another office. I really should have been going home.
Right.
But it's the end of the month.
Oh, yeah.
And I be wanting my stuff right. I wish I wasn't so dedicated. But then I wish that they cared enough to just say, we closed. You know what I mean? Because we working with slim pickings. You know what I mean? And they did say, you want, if anybody wants to go or whatever, because we had to get somebody in there to work on the heat,
Mm-hmm.
But it was
still
right. But so it's, you got to live in Chicago to know Chicago. So they had the funniest news ever. Every time I watch the news, sometimes it's like a comedy show. So they gonna go outside, talking to some people, and then they go to Stony Island, which, a mixture of people coming through.
Okay.
But they got this brother. You on your way to work? You working this morning? yeah, I'm on my way to work now. And I'm looking for me another job if there's somebody out there hiring. Because anybody who got, and they, what do you say? Anybody who got it in a manual that they care about their people and they ain't open a day and they ain't saving no lives, they telling a damn lie. And I'm going to let them know they lying. And all of y'all out there, if any of y'all gotta go, and they got it in their policy, you let them know they a damn lie. Yeah, I'm looking. And then he pulled off. Time was up. Light hair turn.
Keep it moving. Oh my goodness.
But that's how I felt yesterday. Like I was completely drained. Like my head was hurting, right? Because what ends up happening is now some of us gonna get sick. Like yesterday, my nose was running all day. So now I moved to an office that's not being used that don't have windows because I got windows in my office.
Oh, okay.
So I moved to an office with no windows. I got a heater, 2 blankets.
That's nope.
My boots on, my high boots that's going all the way to my thigh with fur. A scarf around my ears and neck, and a hood on top of that.
You know what? Absolutely not. Nope.
I know.
Nope.
The funniest part is a person saying, couldn't be me. It's a person whose office was closed.
Right
So you don't even know what you would do because your office was closed.
You got that right.
See, your office was closed.
Shut it down. 3 days.
But you know what? And see, that's like, if it wasn't the end of the month, and then here's the other thing. Ever since I done bought my house, I'm closer to the job. So, whenever we get to talking about if something, emergencies, then somebody will be like, wait a minute. I think Nikki may be the closest now.
Oh, see? No.
Because I am pretty, close, but it's just, and like I said, they were, if you got to go ahead and go. No. But it was just like, I just was dedicated and want my numbers to be right because I don't even care with the weather. They still would have, when my numbers come out, when nobody be talking about, we did have a winter day. It wouldn't be no talk like that. You know what I mean? But it's
I ain't gonna lie. I did brave and gone one day this week.
Which one?
Went day for yesterday. That was no joke. That took me forever to get to work.
But it's snowing there. It's just cold here. So yesterday in my car on my way to work, it was 21 below that early in the morning.
Shoot.
By noon, it was 50 below.
No.
But we shouldn't have been open.
No, absolutely not.
We shouldn't have been open. And we really, it wasn't a lot of people there, granted. And you don't hold it against yourself, but we just shouldn't have been open. And I just remember, because this is on our list to talk about anyway, but I remember working with somebody who was really smart, put you on the stuff, he owned the business, and him saying that we're not closed the day after Thanksgiving because he cared that much. It don't make business sense. Because it's costing you more to have a place open than it is to close it. Oh. But you give your staff the day off, they think you care about them. It's a win-win. Mm-hmm. Yesterday, you telling your staff to come to work, was we don't care about right. You. Exactly. You get out here in the cold. If you're going to come out here in the cold, we're going to come. Now, I can say, I think all of the leadership was there. Oh. And then just a few staff who didn't want to use their PTO because why should I have to use my vacation time for a day like this? Like it should have been to me, the people who came in yesterday should have got a gift card or not, extra PTO because you shouldn't have to take a PTO day for something like that. You should be
he didn't work. Right. He didn't even work.
You know what? And really, that's against the law. It's supposed to be at a certain temperature.
That's ridiculous on so many levels.
Yeah.
Tell me about it, because I warmed up the same cup of tea 4 times. I got my tea, warmed it up, put it in the microwave to make sure it was extra hot, set it on that desk, went and used the bathroom, came back to the office, because I hate people who take cups in bathrooms. But anyway, come back in the office, it's cold. That's how cold it was. Yeah.
Man, I got that 3 a.m. text, we shutting it down. I looked at my phone, turned right back over. The best text in the world. Yeah. Best text. My phone normally even be on. That's the best part. But
I'm telling
you,
everybody's
ready to work.
Yeah, that's sad. It's actually kind of sad if you think about it. But when you it depends on what type of business you with and stuff like that. As well. So then they figure, people gonna be open, and unfortunately, it comes back to kind of bite you in the butt, because I remember a lot of times it'd be the worst days when we'd be like, we should have been closed, we shouldn't be here. Every patient on the book come.
Every patient.
You be like, why you bring your mama out? She's 80 in this doggone weather. Like, y'all didn't cancel. Right, did nobody cancel?
Nana?
Like, ain't nobody gonna cancel. Oh, okay, I see what y'all doing.
Yeah.
But no, you give people them days off just to seem like you care. Right, but it's a perk for you, because really, a lot of insurance companies was closed, phone lines was down, we got a lot of fast busy. You don't be, there's no way you could be productive.
No.
And you got on a pair of gloves, typing.
Yeah. Time to
go. Hitting the 2 and the E at the same time.
Oh my goodness. So gotta take time to thank our sponsors this evening, who is Smiles by DSIGN, making these beautiful You and Me baskets of love. They include wine glasses, your choice of wine, some chocolates, a plush throw, candles. Check out the website, Smiles by DSINGonline.com, and get your Valentine basket now. And they also, if you don't want it just like that, they do customized stuff. So make sure that you check them out. One of my favorite people to do customized things for me. So thank you, Smiles by Design, for being our sponsor this evening. And then you guys don't forget about the comedy show that's coming up in February, the weekend. I think it's the 16th of February. Dee Dee will be in the building at the comedy show.
What?
It'll be 2 show times. I think 7:30 and 10. So she's gonna introduce herself, tell you guys a little bit about our show. The people who not on us already. They put us on the flyer. So thanks to Team Marshall for that. And it's at the
Ambrosia.
Yeah, Ambrosia. I always forget that. Okay. All right. So today we are talking, and we already have started talking, just headlines that we have seen in the news. So, of course, the cold weather. We already discussed the cold weather. So, but Coach, was your office open?
We were. We were.
It sounded like you wasn't.
Man, he irritated.
Yeah, I was so irritated because, like, my job has a high turnover rate. You know what I'm saying? Like, people every
on
week,
sunny days.
Every week we get an email saying such and such is no longer here. We need a spot to be filled. So I'm just like, I was just like, y'all missed a golden opportunity to make the people that's here feel valued. Like, y'all really completely just dropped the ball with this one. And then it gets so cold, my car don't start when it's time to go home.
Oh, you wasn't going out there every couple hours? Because I was starting my new car up every couple hours, and I was calling home to have Nico start his up every couple of hours.
I totally forgot that that's a thing. So then I was like, I called in like today. I was like, I'm not even going in.
We had quite a few people that happened to who called in, and but I did learn in this process that because I thought that you would necessarily have to get a jump, but they said when they get back decent, it'll just start up probably Saturday. It's gonna start right back up like ain't nothing happened. Like, yeah, we was off today, so that means that the office should have been closed.
Right.
It ain't nobody. Because the thing is, we got an email saying, yeah, people been asking why we still open. It's people who need treatment more than we need to be off. I said, all we do is therapy.
You can get that over the phone.
Now, who needs to be out in negative degree weather snowing just for some stretches? Ain't the P90X enough?
My hamstring is tight.
Yeah, they get there. Like, that called weather bad on the bones. Like,
man.
Yeah.
That's greed more than anything. Y'all just show how greedy y'all are.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Everybody just looks silly.
You're right. I'm telling you, take your breath away. Oh, just take your breath away.
Man, it was so cold. I know some preacher walked outside. It was like, damn.
Man, listen. It was so cold. I'm walking down the street, right? A man in a car, warmed up, hit me with psst. I'm like, I walk over, what's up? He put out his sign, will work for food. I was like, brother, are you here? He's like, if you gonna give, you gonna give. I said, if you gonna give, you gonna give. I said, you know, should have kept it so real with me. Let me go ahead and keep
shoot.
That was before you know your car wasn't gonna start. Otherwise, you would be like, yep, you can work by taking me home.
Exactly.
Appreciate you, brother.
Man, you should have gave him a 20 that's on GP.
Yeah, just hit me with the psst. Oh, man, just hanging out. Cardboard was looking
I ain't even getting out the car today.
It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it.
That is hilarious. Funny, but really not funny if you was out there.
Man.
All right. So here goes some things that I saw that, you know, caught my attention online on the news or something like that. So I know everybody done heard about, and it's of course a big thing because it happened here, but the guy from Empire being attacked.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that just the saddest thing ever?
The most.
But like I've been seeing, well, at least today, I done seen a few headlines where they saying like his story may not be accurate.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
Like they not finding any proof of somebody actually doing him like that.
Now, I know the last time I watched the news, because it happened up here, they were watching the cameras because they had brought, posted some poor people. So if you just out there getting you a sandwich at 2:30, now you all on the news telling we need to talk, a person we need to talk to. Don't put my face all out there.
I just want an extra cheese on my sandwich, right? Put me on blast.
Right. I'm supposed to be on the diet. What if I snuck out? Right. Something to eat and you know, sneaking on my diet.
Fast. What?
Right.
So I saw right before we got on that they found two dudes, and there's two dudes all dressed in black, and it's from the camera on the corner by where the subway was at. Mm-hmm. So they tried the FBI trying to enhance it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I know
FBI trying to enhance it. So
probably was
something happened. So he commented on it, and actually was intelligent in his words.
No.
I was shocked. Not intelligent. He wasn't ignorant. So he ain't intelligent. He just wasn't ignorant. Mm-hmm. So he says, that's a shame. I heard about that. I really hope that they get the people that did it. It's indignant what they said, and they shouldn't have said it. That's all he said. But
That's what he be saying. They just repeating what he be saying.
About to be my next comment. They just repeating what they didn't heard you say. Oh, ooh! I ain't never disliked somebody so much in my life.
Remember?
But I just had to get that out. It was on my time. But anyway,
I seen people like from Chicago commenting when there's like, and Twitter's like, man, I'm in Chicago. Ain't nobody out at 3:00 in the morning. Nobody. It's cold as it's been.
Right, that's what I was at.
He's like, people who support Donald Trump don't even watch Empire.
Man, because that's what I was trying to figure out. It's 2:30 in the morning. What did you do? It was cold. It was colder there than it was here.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, Pimpin'.
That hate was keeping them warm.
Man,
right, God, they hating they hate.
Man, I can't stand that dude. I don't know, but I hope he don't be found to be a liar.
Oh, I hope not. Man, if it ain't, that's a straight up, man, Law and Order probably already right.
Oh, they writing as we speak.
I never.
They're gonna bring a
episode that they did.
Oh, I know.
Chris Brown was like, I was so mad about that episode.
Man, Chris Brown was looking like a weak character.
Man, very weak. Bad rhymes and everything. I was like, dang, horrible.
Oh, that'll be you and get it quick.
Man, they're gonna bring Elliot back on this one.
Man, oh yeah.
I want him back so bad. Every year I be hoping he come back.
That was a good one.
Yeah. Was you about to say something, Coach?
No, I was saying like, yeah, Elliot should come back. I know Ice-T already practicing his homeboys right now.
Right.
Yeah. Get in the car, homeboy.
Jump down before I hit your head.
Yeah. I'm telling you, that's like my dream job is to like take over Ice-T spot on Law and Order.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I be in the green room getting your stuff ready.
Yeah, like I want to start off as like his nephew and like make like guest spots, and then like finally take his spot. I can be on there right now.
Yeah,
like, I can see it, Coach. I can see it.
Grabbing people up. Hey, I didn't do anything. Yeah, except trying to grab you a thigh and some breast. Get in the car, homeboy. We just wanted
food. Oh, shoot.
Yeah, we grew up together. Remember, you know, always the one. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we know we grew up together. You better tell me what I need to know otherwise.
I like when he be like, you better change your tone. I love it.
Oh, that's hilarious. All right. So this is a one that I kind of went back and forth with, and it's the B. Smith, which was the famous, beautiful model on those restaurants. I mean, just beautiful. And then
naturally beautiful.
She has Alzheimer's, and her husband is still taking care of her, but girlfriend has a room in their house and he's seeing somebody else. His daughter thinks that's a good thing. What y'all think?
Go ahead, Coach.
Man, listen. I could get down with a lot of ignorant stuff. I really can. But that's just wrong. Like,
on so many levels.
You don't do that to nobody, man.
Oh.
And the daughter, the thing is, baby girl, you might have Alzheimer's one day.
Man.
And daddy ain't going to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't do that to people. And even if you was being that foul, you don't make it public. You know what I'm saying?
That's my point about it. Which would be, I saw it, had already saw it, and then I watched The View. And Whoopi had said, it just really hurt me to see, because I knew B and I knew her well, and I didn't want to see her in that light. And I wished he wouldn't have put that. So, you know, like some of us are private, like, well, you know how you go through Facebook and you see that person kissing their grandmama when she taking her last breath, and you be like,
Man.
I wonder if she want to be on Facebook.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's like, would B want to be people to see her like that, considering that all they know about her is, you know, her smile and her,
just
you know, how pretty she is. You know, right? She's a different person now. And she's a lot of help. She helps us out. And they sitting at the table and eating.
Everybody know how jealous I already am. I'm going to be that way to my last breath. I wake up in the middle of the night, see her in bed with my husband, both of them getting stabbed first. Second, I'm trying to understand the woman. Okay, I understand the husband. He trying to get ahead of the story. Okay, I give you that. But the woman, how can you be comfortable in some other woman's house? How can you make yourself that comfortable? I just cannot get past that.
Well, because I can never imagine myself in a situation like this. It just kind of happened, and he told me that they were a package deal, and he said, "Yes, I told everybody." Me and B a package deal, so that means that he probably, you know, attempted a few, probably sister.
Right, this is right. Like, no, like, you must be your damn mind, bruh.
But I don't think that they should have. He should have. I think that that's private.
He should have maintained. This is my friend, quote unquote, until
well, nobody even was talking about it. Why did he even do a whole story about it?
Well, they was out somewhere and somebody saw them.
She would have been a caretaker.
Exactly. I bet she's probably got his tongue down her throat, which is a problem. But I'm just trying to understand, like, it's sad it's happening to her, first of all. But second, just being a caretaker, I was a caretaker, and it's hard. It's hard when you do anything for yourself. You feel so like guilty. So he having on a whole relationship, and I don't understand like how you can like carve out that time. I'm gonna be nice to her and get her ready, but then I'm gonna be booed up with her at the middle of the night. I don't get that. You know what I mean? Like, how do you?
Yeah, he tried to justify it by saying, you know, to death do us part.
I get that, but hey, you just punching her in the face.
Yeah.
Like, because she has lucid moments.
Right. But see, then you wonder how far is it? Because, you know, he was saying, you know, she don't know, and she did seem to be happy with that lady. She hugged the lady when the lady came. They danced and stuff. But she don't know who is, but you just hope she don't. You know how they come and go at times, but I just don't. I think that that's a little unfair to show her in that light. Even if he said, "This is what I'm doing," he didn't have to show.
Exactly.
There you go.
Or you know, or no, you know, no comment, or you know. Yep. And then for the daughter to be sitting up there trying to justify, she adds to our life. She helps, but cooking. Because her lazy probably don't want to work.
You know she ain't changing no diapers. You know this.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they ain't had it.
So, Al Roker is good friends with them. And he was talking about today. He was like, "Yeah, I'm mixed on my feelings about it because of the fact I know them personally. But sometimes she there, sometimes she's not mentally. So." That's what I'm saying. Like, she sometimes is aware. So
and she be like,
she relives it over and over again. That's horrible.
But that's horrible. What is he telling her? Is he saying like...
he didn't say that. He didn't go into detail. But she knows the lady. Like, she knows the lady's name. Whatever her name is.
Oh, yeah. I didn't realize like she knew her name and stuff like that, because I was I got the impression like it wasn't, you know, they didn't know, like she didn't know any, you know, like she didn't know any of them. But you mean to tell me she know the lady name?
Because she has lucid moments. So,
what has he told her who this lady is? He didn't
go into detail, but he said that he knows the lady's name.
Oh, no. Now that just really made it all the way wrong for me.
Right. that's just like, I forgot what, it was somebody famous who had Alzheimer's and their child had passed away. And then the wife had to keep telling the husband that the child passed. And so they relived that moment like about 24 times.
Well, she made a choice. Because why you keep telling her?
Then finally the daughter said, Mom, stop telling him that. Let him think he's gone. Like he's, out of town or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so finally she started saying that. But just imagine her face. Who is this? Because, she probably has those lucid moments at the worst possible times. Who is this chick? Oh, she helping me with you. Oh, okay. One of those lucid moments is when she's kissing him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I know they don't do that in front of her face.
But they might not. Well, my grandmother had Alzheimer's. She walked the house all night. That's one of the things they have is insomnia.
Mm.
And she walked the house. You could hear her opening cabinets and doors. She couldn't get out, but opening cabinets and doors and walking around, making things all night. Like all night. So she got to be walking through the house unless they sedate.
Probably giving her some sleeping pills.
Yeah. That's probably
but that's still messed up. I don't care how you slice that.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with that.
I think that side chick should carry a manila folder with her at all times.
What's
so that
manila
way,
folder?
Listen. So then, who is this? She helping me with you. Hold up, open that folder for me, babe. I mean, doctor. Then look, you show the folder, look through it, point at stuff, and then close. Okay, cool. If y'all out to eat, keep that manila folder handy. You know what I'm saying? So if you feel like, I know them, open it up. Okay, cool. So you telling me she got that?
Oh, shoot.
So this is the treatment plan.
Ouch.
Okay, they gone. Close the folder. Yeah, anyway. Oh, wait, hold up. Open it back up. Yeah. So 10 milligrams. I thought she was, okay, it was 5 last week, so we got to up that to that 10.
Ain't nobody about to do that with you.
I can't stand you.
Ain't nobody about
y'all
to do
promise
that
me right now. It better not be nobody in my house but y'all two. I'm telling y'all right now.
Ain't no manila folders being in your house.
None. What you got? Is that white or manila? Okay, come on.
All right. Let's move along. Let's talk about Soulja Boy. I don't care, and I'll go first. I don't care what anybody says about Soulja Boy. I think they be sleeping on Soulja Boy. He may sound a little crazy at times about the way and his passion about doing stuff, but they be sleeping on him, and he done been successful after another. Why can't he want to have a video game? That's $1 billion business. He go up there to the Breakfast Club. They do what they do best, always shutting down people that they want us to think so crazy. But then other people, they all over them. Envy even had the nerve to say to Killer Mike, why don't we support our black businesses like we should? You just down Soulja Boy for talking about him wanting to start a video company. Y'all act like it was a joke, and then I'm looking at the broke people on social media.
Thank you.
Laughing like he a game. This dude is a genius and he didn't proven himself time and time again.
Right.
I'm still waking up in the morning turning my swag on.
Man, who you
because of Soulja.
Man.
And I just get sick, of us doing that. So that's my intake, that they be sleeping on Soulja, and he didn't prove them wrong and time again. Mm-hmm. So I want to know what y'all think.
Go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, what I think, like, well, not only him, but what they do, if y'all notice, anytime like somebody go on like a platform and talking about being independent, they try to make them sound crazy.
There you go.
But if he was like, yeah, I just signed this deal with this major corporation, they would be like, man, that's dope, man. How'd that happen?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So they going to make it sound crazy to make it seem like being independent is whack. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't the thing to do. So I think that's more of it than anything. Go ahead, D.
No, but I'm with you. I have to piggyback and co-sign on that because they make it seem like doing your own thing is like the bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like that you can, now they was getting in on it, it'd be cool. Oh, this is what we're going to do as a group, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. But as soon as you say I'm about to go left and do this, something that they didn't think about, that they're not involved with, then they mad. I hate how they flip on people. Like, and it's all the time.
They pick if we just talking about them, they just pick their favorite. I think they got a good following, so some people just jump on the bandwagon. Then some people just don't see the bigger picture of ever doing anything. You know,
that's where they at.
Like, you got to get that boy credit. He is the one who did the YouTube thing. Everything he said, he didn't tell one lie up there.
That's very true. That is true.
And then everybody trying to act like something wrong with him. No, something wrong with y'all. And the thing is, we don't want to cheer nobody on. When you see them doing something. I don't care what nobody say. Thank you for the listeners who listen to our show. But we all know that there are some who don't listen just because of who some of us are.
Yep.
Because I was thinking about doing that. They didn't take the plunge to do it. Now you do it.
And you stupid all of a sudden.
Right. Really? Some they making sense or all of that. I don't get it. They'll walk past 4 black people to go ask somebody else something. What?
And it don't have to always be about the color. But it could be about somebody you hating on. Like you always say, you in a game you don't even know about and you winning.
Yeah.
And they just mad because it's you and not them. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Why she get to do that? Why don't you try it?
Wow,
she's stupid for doing it, but why?
Right.
Why?
Because you not? Oh, okay. I get it now.
Right. Or try to talk you out of something, because really that's what they was trying to do with him.
Yep.
You can't let nobody talk you out of your dream. He shouldn't be talking to nobody but Damon Dash. Because and those people he was talking to ain't on his level. And Nick Cannon gave him his props. That's not on the list.
He talked to Russell Simmons right about now. He gonna make more sense than them.
Whoever.
I'm just saying.
I had read something. Oh, the thing. Matter of fact, where is it? It's a good little post that I had. And it's so true that I had posted on my business LinkedIn page. Who is that laughing?
Because we already know it. We already know where you
because this is true. Listen, okay, not long.
Oh, it's a fact, I'm sure.
Right. It says, repeat after me. It's not me. It's you. If you have an insecure boss, you're going to get yelled at, set straight, and micromanaged seemingly at random and without any reason. Sadly, this is especially likely if you are competent. When you question yourself and wonder, what could you possibly be doing wrong? Don't conclude the possibility that the only thing you're doing wrong is threatening your boss with your strong performance. Keeping up your self-esteem when it's under attack is critical. So let me repeat, never let an insecure boss rock your belief in yourself. Instead, find another person on your team or another management or somebody else within who can give you a reality check about your performance.
Man.
And that's some real stuff right there. Because it's a lot of insecure people in management who will make you feel like, wait a minute, what did I do? I work for this lady who I'm just like, what is wrong? Like, this lady is 2 people. It's almost like I really needed to.
The one I know about?
No.
Oh, okay.
But secretly record her. Yeah. I remember doing this whole big presentation. It was all the VPs from the different areas, and I did the presentation and got a standing ovation. She even stood up and clapped. As soon as they left out the room and I'm gathering my stuff, she was like, don't let that standing ovation fool you. It's a lot of stuff you need to work on. What? I mean, she was that type. She had to find something wrong with what I was doing. I remember getting back all my, when I was training, and you pass out the sheet for the training, how you felt the training went, rave reviews, all 5s and all of that. She came back to me with, I didn't like that font you used.
That's what? Level of hate
right, that's what it was. I'm telling you, it was something wrong with her. She would, and she didn't just do this.
Threatened by you. That was the problem.
It wasn't even just me. It was our whole team. This was just an evil lady who then, after she'd do something like that, then to turn around. Ooh, church was good. What church you go to?
Right. The church of the devil and his followers? Where were you going? Oh, my goodness.
Oh, she was horrible. Horrible.
Oh, no. She must have had her headphones on at church because she didn't hear nothing.
Mm-mm.
Oh, my goodness.
But yeah, go ahead with you guys. Did you get your take? Oh, we
already did.
Yeah.
Okay. So next, I did check it out. So, okay. So the next thing on my list, big deal, but not a big deal. But some people, I'm sure Dee one of them, who wouldn't like it. But J-Lo takes a picture. Diddy posts under the picture, oh my OMG, with the hard eyes. And everybody's saying that was disrespectful. How is that disrespectful? She is a nice looking lady.
When I grow up, I wish. That ain't the problem. First of all, that's her ex. I know they might be cool. I get that. First of all, A-Rod looked way better than him, but another story. No, that's not okay. Because I will be on fire if someone posted that on my boo's Facebook page.
Really?
I will be on fire.
But we do have to factor in that they broke up 18 years ago.
I don't care if it was.
So can a regular friend do it?
1999. I don't know.
Okay, does it have something to do with just because they dated?
Yeah.
So your boo, high school sweetheart.
That was me.
Can't comment on. Okay, again, if he had a different high school sweetheart, she can't comment on his pictures.
Hell took all of the
high school sweetheart?
No. He bet not even be friends with her.
What? Oh, you one of those?
Nick, I go through yours. Is it anybody? No. 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 It can't happen. It cannot.
Okay. You are the jealous friend. No, I didn't realize you was going through.
You ain't know. When you get a picture like from 2007, you know I was on your page. But I'm saying, Mark Anthony is one thing, but he can't comment on her body.
He did. Oh my God, hard eye.
What was he commenting on, the fireplace?
He commented on her the same way how he walk up to her and give her a kiss on the cheek.
Oh hell, a kiss on the cheek.
They do it all the time.
Man, no.
All right.
I need you to get my bank account number so you can get me out of jail.
Okay. Go ahead, Coach.
I got a question for Dee. How many times have you made somebody call a female to say, "Don't call me no more"? I'm working on my family.
Rick, Coach, I'm telling you, I don't even. Okay, at least 3. Not even gonna lie, at least 3.
Do what I told you to say. Hello?
No.
I mean, no. Look here, B. I would prefer if you don't call no more. You are a whore, and I am working on my family. I hope you have a nice burn in hell. Bye, homebreaker.
Okay, so wait. So that happened, but it wasn't kind of like that. It was more like, why's she calling here? What? Answer the phone. So he hello. What she want? Put her on speaker. I was wondering if you want to come out with us. Me. Hell no. Hang with the phone. be the last time she called your number. I'm telling you, I know.
But see, that's what social media is for.
No.
For your friends to like
the like button. The like button he could have done. He could have done the heart button or the.
No, you would have complained about the heart button.
Yeah, I'd have been mad about that. He could have done a like button, a regular like button, or even laughed. I've been cool with that.
What are you laughing at?
Yeah, I don't know, but he wasn't saying he liked it. Because her body was on 100% point.
Always, though.
But it was looking even tighter. So you know he
I mean, she always look.
He wasn't saying, oh, my God, to her smile. It was that booty that you know.
She got a cute smile.
Man, whatever. If that was the case, she took a picture of her from her neck up. But she didn't. It was full body. Nope.
She knew
He was thinking back to 17 years ago. That's what he was doing.
So, Coach, tell us from like your experience. Because you pretty popular. You have quite a nice following. So,
I can't wait to Coach get engaged. But carry on.
Do you have you had issues with? Because I see some of the comments and I'd be like, "Oh my goodness, so thirsty." But have you had any situations with comments on your social media?
Well, yeah. Me being a Michigan heartthrob.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. You know, it's been a problem.
See?
Mm-hmm. So then
I'm younger too, though.
But I was like this when I was younger too, so it don't.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. But your last boo was like 18 years ago. Right?
But see, I get a lot of people who like my pictures and you so beautiful, you know, all of that. I don't think nothing of it, and some of them are married.
Yeah, I know one dude. I'll be like, he ain't got no shame, and he's married. I ain't gonna shame.
I think I know what you talk about. Yeah,
occupation, but because it's a respectable occupation.
Right.
No, it just be Nick. You look nice, you know, that type of stuff. But
it'd be slick. It'd be like, yeah, I see she's still feisty. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It'd be little stuff
always
like
feisty.
Y'all don't even know how fierce she is.
Man. Oh my gosh. Yep. I know it's yep.
Yeah, okay.
We're gonna talk after the show.
Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you.
But I don't think that anybody
Okay, so let me ask you, Nick.
Mm-hmm.
You in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward, you married.
Mm-hmm.
Thirsty guy comes on and says, "Hey, you looking better than ever. Heart face, pumping heart. You cool with that?"
I'm married.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody thirsty guy come on mine and say,
"What we're talking about?"
Okay.
Say you looking fine and feisty as ever.
Okay.
Heart, boom, 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 boom. That's cool. It's gonna be cool with you and your husband.
Yeah. Thanks.
It should be.
I always go back to everybody who puts a comment. I always say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks.
However, don't be a thirsty guy house telling that's inappropriate. No, hell no.
No, but you can't control what people do.
Right.
You only can
but
control
they know the level. They only do what you allow them to do.
Because I allow somebody to say you look nice today. You don't let nobody say
you look nice today is one thing. But the heart pumping and the extra oh my G's, no.
I just learned Dee awarding. That's all I learned.
It's like almost like
I'm telling you.
I'm gonna look at that dude to see what happened because he probably be like,
man.
It's worse with my friends. It's way worse.
Man, Dee Boo can't even walk through Myers with his head up.
Right, that's why I can't remember what he looked like. He don't have anything to his face.
Forget you.
He looking like the winter time all year long. Got a pull my head down. What?
He be looking religious. Whole face cover.
Right, he got a hygiene. Wait, he supposed to be the other way around? Yeah, but okay. But I'm saying, I'm bad. I know I am. I know me. Mm-hmm. Like somebody was in my director's office, and I'm like, "What you doing in there? Why you in there?" Oh wait, you getting rolled up? Carry on. But I'm just just trying to understand why you talking to my director. That's my director. What she can do for you that I can't do for you. We kind of find out she was getting rolled up, so it didn't really matter. That was my business.
Yeah, I ain't trying to get in that.
But I'm real territorial. I know that about me, and most of my friends.
So, Coach, is it okay if somebody put you looking good under somebody you in a committed relationship with?
I don't really care, especially like I'm with her because she cute. So I'm gonna expect other people to think she cute too.
Right, that's how I feel.
I just don't like consistency would upset me.
Like every time,
like it's the same person. Like that would irritate me. Like now you need to do something.
Okay. Thank you for being a little bit lenient on that.
Definitely,
because I just can't.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move along. Okay. Did either one of you guys catch Ayanla Fix My Life?
I'm behind on her episodes.
I caught a clip. Somebody sent me a clip.
So it was 2 weeks, and it was a lady lying to her daughters, accusing her ex-husband of raping her kids.
Oh.
So, of course, the two younger ones didn't have a relationship with their dad at all, but the oldest one swore was a ride or die for her daddy. And, she, they came in with the team, Ayanla gave them Team Mommy, Team Daddy shirts, and she was straight up, I'm Team Daddy, my daddy ain't did this,
So
but the other young...
Is he father to any of the kids?
All three of them.
Oh,
all of them.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All of them are his. And so the mom ended up, she was the one who wrote in, and if it's a lie detector test that can be done, do it. And she was the one lying. The man hadn't raped his kids. And it was just really sad because... So
he ruined them relationships?
Yeah, because like the oldest one, like she said, she was saying how much she couldn't stand. And then the mom was dating somebody else, got pregnant by him. So she was mad at her oldest daughter because she lost that man over that. You know what I mean? Yeah, but like she didn't even have her oldest daughter pictures on the wall. Told her she wish she would have had an abortion with her. I mean, this was yes.
It's crazy.
Then when the tests come back, she didn't really even take accountability or anything. And to me, they wasn't holding her accountable. Like they were so mad at their dad, but they didn't seem as mad as their mom for messing up their relationship. So like one of the sisters said, like you had daddy to yourself. And not only did you have daddy, you had his whole side of the family. And all because this lady, she said, well, I was told he raped me. She said, but I told you that he didn't. Because the mom was telling her that she had some blood in her panties, and the sister had said to her, no, because they were 5 years apart. And the sister had said to her, no, no, this is pop. She had popsicle juice. She was on a popsicle on our way, for dad to drop us off or whatever. Mm-hmm. Lady had told the man she was going to make his life miserable, and then just really divided her kids. And so they didn't have a relationship. Isn't that horrible? Just horrible. And she didn't. And she apologized to him, but he didn't accept it. He said, "Cause you're not sincere," and she wasn't. And she was not sincere. But I was really upset at the daughters because the only one was the oldest one. But to me, they wasn't holding her accountable enough for that lie. This lady took your dad from you, where you could have had a good, healthy relationship with your dad. And you're not even holding her accountable.
Did she say why she did it?
Oh, just the craziest part is when it came out that he was telling the truth, he didn't do nothing. She was like, well, why you ain't fight for them harder?
Yeah, that's what she said. Yep. If you didn't do it, why didn't you fight for them harder? Ayanla had to check. I'm telling you, it was a 2-part, and it's actually one of the best ones she's had.
Oh, I'm definitely
ever. So yeah,
my DVR.
It was actually really sad because the oldest one was so angry at the younger ones because of the mom's relationship with them and how she felt like her mom hated her. Do you know that lady even told her daughter friends that she thought that girl's oldest daughter was her daddy's, and hadn't told that girl, you sleeping with your daddy and like it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that lady could not stand her oldest daughter. Used to always tell her, yeah, you look just like your ugly daddy and all of this. And actually, she did look just like her daddy, but the daddy was cute. And so was the girl. The mama, she looked better than the mama.
Oh, that is the worst.
Oh, it was. It was a
You done told me a lie my entire life?
Yep, since the girl was like 5 years old. And then to even see, because they were saying, you know, like they hadn't had, you know, was he thinking about us? You know, they were dogging out the daddy earlier. And then when Ayanna took, it was this great big, they made it into a great big picture of all the stuff he had saved from his girls. And one of them, it was a card with two people drawn on it. It was like probably the little girl and her dad is what it was supposed to be. And they said, "Come home, Dad." And I mean, that's when both of them really started crying because he had kept everything he had made.
That is so sad.
It was.
He had to be furious because I'm pissed.
He was. That man was shaking. That man was shaking when he was talking about it. But you know.
Oh my God.
And then the girl, you know, she was, like I said, the oldest when she was kind of mean and bitter and could fight. Mm-hmm. And you could tell she done jumped on the sisters a couple of times. And she was just like, she ended up storming out at one point, just like, where's my daddy? I want my daddy. Where's my daddy? I need to talk to my daddy. Ayanna was like, you're not talking to your daddy right now. She was like, you mean to tell me I ain't talking to my daddy all day?
Oh, mm-mm.
She was real close with her dad. I was feeling her. I was like, let her talk to her daddy.
Right. I know you was. I know you was.
She could talk to her daddy during the process. Exactly. You know, it's always a process.
Right.
During the process. Right. So.
That's horrible.
Good episode. Try to find it if you haven't seen it. 2 parts. And you better watch both parts so you can get it from, you know, your answers, all of your questions. So I want to go. So I know it's almost time for us to close up, but before we get up, I want to. I had a couple of them, but I don't know which one now.
What's the 2 options? I forgot.
Both of them about kids. So okay, so it was a guy. This will be a quick one. So it was a guy proving a point to his daughter who had been bullying, and so a girl on the bus, so she couldn't ride the school bus. So he rode alongside of her, but made her walk the 5 miles to school.
Okay.
As a punishment for bullying.
Okay.
So some people say that was wrong of trying to embarrass her, and it was more about him, and he must be bullying her if to make her walk. But other people were saying, I bet you she won't bully nobody.
Like 100%.
And I think it comes from a little bit of culture because it was more people of other races who were saying, you know, that's too harsh. Why would you embarrass your child like that?
He embarrassed him by getting kicked off the bus.
And somebody was like, man, I wish that could have happened to me instead of getting the whoopings that I got.
Shoot. How old was the girl? I can't remember.
I think she was 12.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
12, maybe 10 or something like that. Mm-hmm. He rolled the side of her, made sure that nothing happened to his child, but I'm going to teach you a lesson. You can't ride the bus, you ain't getting in the car. Oh, the other kicker was it was cold outside.
So?
It was freezing cold.
How cold was it?
I can't remember, and I don't want to lie.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm with the idea. She needs to learn that it's consequences for her actions, and you got to think in real life, she would have got kicked off the bus, no matter what temperature it was.
Exactly.
So I think
she was kicked off the bus. That's why she wasn't on there.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like even like the city bus. You know what I'm saying? Where
it happened.
Go.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I think I'm with that idea.
100%.
Okay. So then I can throw my last one in. So this one was, it was a conversation between 2 people, and the conversation was stating that how when people of different races, mainly African Americans, call themselves and made it and make more money, they always want to move out of where they grew up at to move out to where the Caucasians at. Mm-hmm. A lot of them use the excuse so their kids can go to a better school. The other guy's point was, 1, you shouldn't send anybody he doesn't think that you should send a black child to a predominantly Caucasian school unless they're teenagers, when they can understand it, because they are going to go through a lot of racism, and a lot of these young kids you send grow up to do that. And then there was a really another good point that he had. Although you may feel like they're getting better education, how many kids do we know that goes to the go out far, where the quote unquote money and the paying money for the kids to go to this school? How many of them get scholarships to Morehouse and all of that?
I agree.
2.
Right. And that's what his point was. He said, why not stay there and help those schools and those teachers, and the kids will be successful, and then they don't have to be talked about. Mm-hmm. And I know firsthand about that, because Nico went through it. That was kind of how I was thinking. School districts, when I moved, was the first thing I looked at. Mm-hmm. Moved out. It was only like when we saw another black boy, we was like, oh, pick on a black boy when we first moved over. When we first moved over there. But it ended up just being where he did hear that. At one point in time, they had a song out called I Hate Ends, which was one of the reasons why I moved, which was why another young lady, who called in and said it was the worst experience. She begged her parents to take her out because they was always on somebody's locker. They was always calling somebody out their name. The day after Trump won the election, they came to school, told a Mexican boy that you got to go back to Mexico. I'll be so glad when they send your ass back to Mexico. That's what they said.
Oh, yeah, that was in Chicago. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was at Nico's school.
Wow.
Oh.
And then there was a young lady with her hubby.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And they was trying to pull it off. You can't wear this here no more. Yes. I mean, Trump won Tuesday. Thursday, Nico's school had to have an assembly. And after that, every month they were having assemblies because that's how much racism was going on there.
That's a dang on shame.
And then a black boy who a black boy who's getting an A in the class, but got another browser up because he's done doing his work, and the teacher said, put your browser on. Mm-hmm. Who called me about that, sent Nico to detention. He getting an A in the class, but got that other browser open because he done with his work, but she said no other browser's working. He get detention, but the young white people who say nigga, they get detention too.
Oh, no.
That's all you get. That's all you get is detention.
It's like stabbing somebody and then taking somebody's pencil. That's two different things.
A teacher there told me that Nico finally had told me, and he was all frustrated because then the kids got along. So she was calling him at first. She was calling him Jamar because there was another black kid in the class named Jamar. So she would just call Nico Jamar sometimes and oops. So when I called her, her excuse was, I'm sorry, you know what? I get my blind people mixed up. But Nico was frustrated because he, not only was she doing it, after she did it so many times, then the white kids jumped on. Then they started calling him Tyrone,
hell no,
Hakeem, all of it. And Nico didn't think it was funny no more. Then now she got to apologize. Then she told me, I'm the oldest teacher we got up here. Well, you need to retire.
Yeah.
Where I am. But don't think it's just him. I do it to my blondes. I get them mixed up.
You better give him a name tag then, doggone it.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna go ahead and say, let me get one more comment on my check. I'm moving. But second of all, if I had kids in school, they'd still be going to the same school. I'm just saying. Because they need to be surrounded by all races. to make them successful in this country.
Yeah.
Or any country for that matter. Because every other country is more diverse in their education than we are.
Mm-hmm.
Except for China, of course. They kick our butts, but that's another story. But
a little part of me thinks that it can prepare you, because I know for my oldest son, I sent him out to a different school. And I think a little bit of it kind of prepare you for real life. Because when you do get to the office, I do get sick of being the only African American in leadership.
Yeah.
Like when you get there and you finally have a big meeting and they holler out, you know, or you go to a luncheon and it's, you know, 200 people in there and it's
just you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, man, you gotta be kidding me.
Mm-hmm.
And this happening in Chicago too?
Right.
I was thinking when I was here that I was going to be like, oh, they everywhere. But that's not the case. Oh. So I want to hear from Coach and what he think about that, especially being younger and, you know, how was your experience and what type of school did you attend?
Well, me, I grew up predominantly public schools. I always went to public schools. And the one thing that I learned, too, is that I was actually smarter than the kids that was going to private schools. Like, I grew up with somebody who was in private school, and I'm teaching her how to spell and checking her homework.
Oh, shoot.
You know what I'm saying? And plus, like, it was predominantly black until I got to high school. And it was predominantly white and Hispanic. That was pretty much. And I was like, I knew it was different. Like I said, I went to school with all black people up to this point. My first day of school, at this new school, I see a black dude with green and purple hair.
You know,
I was like,
that's not okay, regardless of your hue. But carry on.
I was like, this is very different. You know? So then what we did is we clicked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you seen a black dude, he was like,
oh, absolutely.
What up? You know? Yeah, especially when like they say something like familiar, like like at King Park. You know about King Park? And I was like, bet. You know what I'm saying? Because the school, but the thing is, like, it taught me how to like maneuver, you know, with different people. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was the greatest thing about the school, just learning so much about how to just deal with all different types of people. And then one thing I learned too is that because we in Grand Rapids, that school's out in Wyoming. I didn't know people looked at Grand Rapids as like this tough place to be in.
Oh yeah.
Until I went down there, until I was there, and somebody was like, "Man, you stay on in Grand Rapids." He's like, "Man, I ain't trying to get shot." And I'm like,
exactly.
Man, I catch the bus from there every day to get
exactly. Exactly. Yeah. See, I was like Coach. So I went to predominantly white school until I got to high school. We were bused in.
Yeah, so me too. I was the same thing.
Yeah, so when I got to high school, I was like, straight up, it's other Hispanics, it's other black people? Bad. You know, now I got not the 6 people I always was with. I got these other, 150 to hang with too. So it was 6 of us that all went to this school. And then high school, we went to, OHS. But anyway, when we was Indians, I don't know about these bangles. But anyway.
I'm about to say the bracelets.
Nope. We Indians for life. But anyway, so when we got there, it was weird because people knew what I was talking about without me having to explain it. You know what I mean? Like, the Cosby Show. You know what the Cosby Show is? Okay, so it's Phil and Claire, right? So you got the whole thing, or having to explain Telemundo to somebody, like they don't understand. Like, oh, you know what I'm talking about? The novella I'm talking about? Yeah, okay. So we can talk about it without me having to explain the whole plot to the movie. So it was weird, but like Coach said, when I got in the real world, and like you too, Nick, I'm usually the only ethnic at work. 99% of the time.
Yeah, I remember you and not attending the meetings together. And
right, we be all geek because I can see you now. I'm like, oh, I can see you. Come on. And it's funny, but then people always assume that you know each other. No, did I assume that you and Carol know each other? No, right. Just because we're the same hue don't mean we know each other.
Right, and then so every now and then it's like if somebody else enters the room and then they'll come. and then they'll see you and be like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then they want to sit by you, but you really don't want that person to sit by
you. Exactly.
Like,
no, let me
right. I ain't trying to link up with you. You not the one I'm trying to link up with.
Exactly. But
I think as in those positions, and also, you know, we could teach people a lot because I've educated people, because I will say that I strongly believe, and I often tell the other African-American manager that we had that she's no longer there, but she, you know, worked with these people 20-something years and they saying stuff inappropriate. And, you know, I think that, and I always say they should have known better than to say some of this stuff.
Especially at that age.
Right. And I've talked to my boss before about, like, some people really need, we need a discrimination.
The cultural diversity class.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. A discrimination class, right? Diversity is what I was thinking. So, all righty. So, once again, we want to thank Smiles by Design for sponsoring us this evening. Again, go to the website at www. I don't even know. You don't have to do www, but anyway, www.smilesbydsing.online.com. We'll also put the flyer on our website, Nikki NIKKI B and Friends on Facebook. And final remarks, Coach.
Well, y'all know how I do it.
I was waiting. Boom, 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 boom.
You know, it's always a jazzy time spending with you guys. But everybody go check out my magazine, Global World Magazine. That's the most important thing I want y'all to take away. And just spread love, show and prove. That's all I got. What y'all got?
What you got, Dee?
Oh, hey, y'all come see me at the Ambrosia Theater on the 16th. Don't bring no stalkers. I'm not with it. But I will entertain y'all. I'm looking forward to seeing some of y'all out there and getting some of y'all linked up with Nikki B and Friends. Miss Nikki.
All right. So I just want to thank everybody to tuning in to Nikki B and Friends and continuing to show us love. And thank you all for the feedback that we've been getting. I know that this week the show got posted. I sent the wrong link, and my boss, Global Money Radio, posted it, and then it was the wrong. Right. It was the link that I sent, but I want to say that I got a lot of inboxes like the wrong episode is up, so that lets me know that people listening. So please continue to do that. Send your emails, your questions. We got a lot more questions that's coming. I've been asking a lot of them this week, and our mailbox is really filling up with more questions. So we appreciate you. Thank you to everybody who's been sharing and passing the word. We can tell that the word is being passed because our numbers are continuing to grow, and we really appreciate that. And everybody that listens out, and just continue to listen, give us the feedback, send us any questions that you have. But once again, we just want to thank you for rocking out this hour with us.
Absolutely.